Hi, this is Sal Tuzzolino, host and ringmaster of the Sports Circus, the big top of sports talk radio. Did you hear this?
Imagine getting hit with that.
Yeah, that's what they're made for. Like, some people have hands for writing on paper, and some people have hands for what these are used for.
For hitting people.
For hitting,
right.
For getting a 1-2,
Clown around with us and stream the show online at thesportcircus.com. Join me and four-time WBC boxing champion Bronco Billy Wright this Saturday morning at 8 here on NBC Sports 920, The Game.
Okay, welcome back to the Friday edition of the Sports Circus here in fabulous Las Vegas. The Saturday edition can be heard on AM 920 NBC Sports Radio, The Game. Here in Las Vegas, or you can stream the show live at thesportcircus.com. There's a nice little link, nice big fat link actually. Click on it, listen to the show from 8 to 9 a.m. Pacific time, or Theo, where you're at, that would be from 11 to noon. So you got to tune in tomorrow. And obviously you're gonna probably be with us anyway, so that's another issue. All right, now this segment is brought to you by the American Business Trust Company, specializing in startup consulting, sales, marketing, corporate strategy, and venture capital. We know something about that, right? Visit them online at abtrustco.com or call them at 657-600-1876. Give them a call today. They can help your business right away. Okay, finishing up on the NBA. Now, Theo, we did talk briefly for a second about the Magic Johnson situation. Now, for all those people that don't know, Magic Johnson was given I think he earned it. He earned the president position at the LA Lakers. And a lot of people are grumbling, more specifically Dan Le Batard, knucklehead. Complete idiots. Right. Complete idiots. The Magic has been successful in business since he stopped playing basketball. Right?
Not even that. He's been successful in sports.
Right. Why haven't even gotten there yet? Exactly.
Bigger reason for him to take over.
Right.
I mean, you look at the Dodgers and what he's brought to the Dodgers. He's brought that prominence back to the Dodgers.
Right.
By taking them over. And then he just won a championship with the LA Sparks.
Right. I mean, the guy's doing pretty damn well.
Took over the teams.
Right.
So, I mean,
So,
go ahead.
So, Theo, what do you think about Wilbon? Kornheiser and Wilbon. They step in. Wilbon jumps in and he adds to he shows up to the fire with a gallon of gas and a matchbook, right?
Oh, yeah.
And all he wants to do is make this a huge flame, right?
Right.
But what do you believe that Dan Le Batard's position was regarding Magic? Now, I don't think it was racially driven. I think it was because he's a little jealous that some people, maybe people he knows, may have been passed over in favor of Magic, but Magic, he certainly deserves a spot. But what do you think about it?
Well, first of all, he the Magic man. He been making things happen since he got into the NBA, and he's been a constant ambassador of the NBA. He's constantly been involved with the Lakers his whole tenure. I mean, you talk about that played in one spot for so many years, that became successful in so many years in the same city, same town, and then going on to be a part of all the different sports accolades that he's accomplished, his business accolades he's accomplished. There's no reason why you're going to bring the top breeded Laker into the program that has the knowledge and the ability to be able to turn that team around.
Right.
I mean, every guy in the league respects Magic Johnson.
Right. I mean, your poster boys for the Lakers are Magic Johnson and, of course, who else? The logo. Right?
Right.
That's it. Outside of that, I mean, that's really what it is. And right now, the ambassador to the league is Magic Johnson. Just like in the boxing world, we've got this monstrosity of a man right here who is redefining what it takes to win a world championship. And we're going to get to the big guy here in about 30 seconds. But I'll tell you what, Theo, I think you're on the right track with what Magic is about. And I think he's going to do a really good job for this team. I do like the move that he made, even though a lot of people are grumbling about it. That's okay, because at some point, you got to start making stuff happen, right?
Yeah, you definitely got to start making things happen. And he's always been that type of guy. I mean, he's going to bring the right players to LA. Well, he's much like a Jerry West, who continued to be like the catalyst for the league of making guys change. You talk about Shaq and his movement. And you talk about different guys that have made big moves. Even with Memphis and Marc Gasol, all these different guys. I mean, it's a avenue that he's very familiar with, and that he's going to do an excellent job at, because he don't know any way but success, and he's proven that.
Absolutely. Well, Theo, hey, listen, it's been a pleasure having you on, and obviously, as our NBA correspondent, we're going to expect a little bit more material from you on a regular basis. Now that the All-Star mayhem is over.
I'll be glad. Yeah.
All right. Well, Theo, great talking to you, and actually, I'll talk to you a little bit later on. Pleasure having you on.
Well, it's great to see you guys, man. Keep knocking them out.
All right.
Look at that hand.
All right.
Stay tuned. Look at this hand. Put the hand up next to the. Look at this thing.
No, look at Theo's hands. Theo got big old hands too. I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
His hand's as big as my head.
Yeah.
Look at this.
On my team, trust me.
He's on my team too. Thank God.
All right.
All right, Theo.
All right. All right, guys.
Man.
All right, Theo.
Have a
All right.
great show.
So you know what? Let's go right into boxing. Let's go right into boxing, because that's why you guys are here. That's why we got an animal here. We got a wrecking machine here, and we've got a guy that trains these guys. So tell everybody at home, Mr. Animal, about yourself, what you've done, where you're at, where's your career going, and just give everybody at home, right in the center camera, everything you can.
Well, like I said, my name is Thomas El Animal Herrera, aka The Animal. I'm fighting March 11th in Montebello, California.
Oh, nice.
And my opponent, he's undefeated. He's 9-0 with 5 knockouts. So
he's in trouble, is what you're saying.
yeah, definitely. He stepped into the ring with the beast, the animal, and it's gonna be a show.
Now, are you training him?
I am. I'm working with the animal. I'm working Mr. Herrera. I've been working with him for a little while now. And the fight comes up, and we're love to take an undefeated named fighter that they're building up and tear him down and build his career again. And that's what I love to do, is make guys who weren't thought of before and look at them now and with a whole new energy at them.
So how many championship fighters, how many belts have you trained? Guys that are holding the belt today or in the past, how many have you trained? And give us everybody at home the biggest names that you've got, because they want to hear it.
Well, they wouldn't know. One of them's from Colombia. Okay, I've worked. The thing is I've been training fighters for a short amount of time, and what is considered short, because one of the biggest thing is most people would know my father is boxing per se. Growing up, there's a long story about me. My father, his name is Rafael Garcia, like myself. He's a cutman trainer. He's worked with 50 world champions. Okay, Roberto Duran, Alexis Arguello, Floyd Mayweather Jr.,
Right.
and on and on and on.
Right. And that's why you're at Floyd's facility here.
That's why I'm.
Right.
Yes, I get to work with him and most of the fighters. I don't usually take them to the ring, but they become champions on their own because they have other trainers, other managers, and the politics of boxing. I work with them at the gym, and that's the way I like to keep it. For me to be doing a interview is just first, believe me.
It's not an interview, man. We're talking to them. And this guy probably knows something about the politics of boxing.
He does, yeah. I'm going to come back, maybe we'll talk about it, because a lot of people like to say, are champions born or champions made? You know? I mean, or is it a little bit of both? You know, so and
I think it's a little bit of both.
Because a lot of times, you know, like I'm obviously was born and I grew big, and a lot of work goes with that. Great trainers, you know, great teammates, and the great support that we get from friends and family and the people around the world. But man, the politics of boxing are, oh my gosh, it's unbelievable. The politics of boxing. You know,
listen, it's in every sport. I felt it in baseball at a very young age, and we'll talk about that off at break.
Yeah.
But the politics in all sports.
Yes.
If the higher up you go, the worse it gets.
Top echelons is very, very, very tricky.
And boxing is usually one of the worst. It really is. Combined sports, because the fees, the money isn't there like for individuals, teams. This is an individual sport, and usually the fighter has a limited career, and you know, you have to make the most of it in a short amount of time. And it's one of those things where you make the money or you don't.
All
that you
right.
enjoy and love the sport.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to hear more about that in just a moment here on the Sports Circus.